An Israeli strike in the heart of Doha has shaken the foundations of Middle East diplomacy. For the first time, Qatar's sovereignty was openly violated, and the consequences could ripple far beyond the Gulf. At the center of this crisis lies one key question: how will Qatar respond? And what does this mean for its long-standing security partnership with the United States? Part 1. The strike that changed everything. On September 9th, explosions ripped through Doha. The Israeli Air Force targeted senior Hamas officials living under Qatari protection. Several Hamas leaders were killed, but so was a Qatari security officer. For Qatar, this wasn't just an attack on foreign militants. It was an attack on its sovereignty. Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani wasted no time. He called the strike a flagrant violation of international law and promised Qatar would respond using every available channel. Part 2. Qatar's options on the table. So what exactly are Qatar's possible responses? Let's break them down. And frankly, some of these options are game over for the US Middle Eastern dominance. Imagine a warm welcome of security partnership of China and Russia to Qatar. US will have no more leverage over the region. 1. Legal and diplomatic front. First, Qatar is assembling an international legal team. They may take Israel to the International Court of Justice, the UN, or other global forums. It's not just about punishment. It's about drawing international attention to sovereignty violations and shaming Israel on the world stage. 2. Symbolic or coercive retaliation. Could Qatar retaliate directly? Militarily, the odds are low. Qatar's defense capabilities can't match Israel's. But Doha might choose symbolic actions, cutting ties, restricting cooperation, or even quietly backing regional actors who oppose Israel. Another option? Limiting its role as a mediator. Remember, Qatar hosts Hamas leadership at the request of global powers, including the US, to facilitate negotiations. By threatening to end this arrangement, Qatar gains leverage. 3. Demanding stronger US guarantees. This strike raises uncomfortable questions about America's role. The US has long been Qatar's security partner, hosting the massive Al Udeid air base. Yet Washington appeared unable, or unwilling, to prevent an ally like Israel from striking inside Qatar's borders. Doha could demand explicit guarantees, promises of advance warning, expanded defense cooperation, and red lines that Israel must not cross. 4. Building regional and global alliances. Qatar may not act alone. Already, Doha is calling for Arab and Islamic unity. It could push Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Turkey into a common front against unilateral Israeli actions. It could even explore closer coordination with Iran, something that would certainly worry Washington. 5. Strengthening domestic defenses. Finally, Qatar may simply double down on its own security. Expect more investment in air defense, intelligence, and coordination with foreign militaries. In short, Doha will want to ensure no strike ever blindsides them again. Part 3. The US security guarantee under pressure. Now, let's shift to the bigger picture. How does this impact Qatar's relationship with the United States? Washington's security umbrella is the cornerstone of Qatari defense. But this incident has shattered confidence. Gulf leaders are asking, if the US can't stop Israel from bombing Qatar, what is this guarantee really worth? Here are 3 possible consequences. 1. Erosion of trust. Qatar may see US assurances as unreliable, weakening deterrence across the Gulf. 2. Push for stronger agreements. Doha might demand ironclad promises, from intelligence sharing to air defense integration. 3. Strategic hedging. If the US fails to reassure Qatar, Doha could hedge by moving closer to Turkey, Iran, or even China and Russia. Maybe this is what is more relevant, a shift of power to free people from Western tyranny all over the world. Part 4. The trade-offs for Qatar. But Qatar can't respond recklessly. Each path comes with risks. Military retaliation risks escalation with Israel, a battle Qatar cannot win. Reducing its mediation role could weaken its international influence. Straining ties with the US might endanger the very security shield that keeps Qatar safe. Yet, doing nothing risks looking weak at home and in the Arab world. Part 5. Possible scenarios. So where does this all lead? Let's explore 3 scenarios. Scenario 1. Legal battle and diplomacy first. Qatar doubles down on courts and diplomacy, avoids direct confrontation, and pressures the US to tighten guarantees. Relations stay intact but under strain. Scenario 2. Moderate escalation. Doha cuts cooperation with Israel, pushes Arab unity, and seeks concessions from Washington. The US tries to repair trust, but suspicions remain. Scenario 3. Strategic pivot. Qatar loses faith in US protection, builds ties with Turkey, Iran, or China, and redefines its security away from Washington. This would be a major shift in Gulf geopolitics. This is the strongest action Qatar could take, and to be frank, it is the correct one against Israel and US bully in the region. The Israeli strike on Doha is more than a one-off military incident. It's a stress test of the entire U.S.E-Qatar relationship. How Washington responds, and whether Qatar feels truly protected, could reshape alliances in the Middle East for years to come. For now, one thing is clear. The trust that once underpinned America's security umbrella in the Gulf has been shaken, and Qatar will not simply return to business as usual. You've been watching Frontline Macroanalysis TV. If you found this breakdown insightful, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into global geopolitics. Until next time, stay informed, stay critical.